Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you how I would go about extruding. I'm going to use my cell phone as an example, but wanting to be able to offset different objects, offset different sketch planes, and to project geometry. If you go about trying to extrude this, right? If I go to extrude and I select the two objects, right? So if I select there and I select the outside also, right? It turns it all into one big object instead of, because when you have your cell phone, you have your casing and then you have your glass kind of offset from that metal case. So we can't really represent that if we extrude this all in one plane. And I want to be able to offset from there, so I want to do it all in the same sketch. So I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo it. What I would suggest in this instance, and you have to look at every sketch and every drawing differently, is how you're going to go about it. So I would select the outside edge, make it 0.25. Say OK. Then I would put another sketch plane down on top of it. And I would do what's called project geometry. So right now, this is like a big piece of glass that has no writing on it. You want to add the writing so that you can extrude the object from it. So if you go to project geometry, you'll see it'll turn these black lines from black to yellow. And what that yellow is representing is it's telling you that that black line has now come forward and that it is an active sketch line that you can extrude. So once you have one full enclosed loop, once again, you can hit Finish 2D Sketch, and we can go to an extrusion. Now, I can select my object here, and I'm just going to come off of it like, I don't know, 0.01, something like that. Just enough where, imagine in real life being able to like rub your thumb over it and feel that raised piece of glass. All right, so you've got that, but the problem is now is that if you look at the back of it, it's hollow. And we don't want to have to go through this whole process again, so what I would suggest doing is hit the two different distances. And so if you make the first distance 0.01 and then the second distance the same as the front, it'll fill that whole thing in, and now we'll have a big flat like back like we wanted, and we'll have a front where we have that raised lip. I'm also going to go and throw in like my camera. I'm not going to like measure it. I'm not going to worry too much about exactly where it is, but I am going to draw it in. So I'm going to go put a 2D sketch on here, and I'll grab a circle, and I'll draw it right there. Okay. Again, you would make it the right size, but again, just to get something on paper or on computer or whatever you want to look at it. So finish 2D sketch, and we'll extrude it. And now what I would do with this one is I would cut this one into it. So choose cut, and I'm going to choose a distance that's not 0.01. I don't want to choose that exact same distance because it's going to bring the back of it to the front of the phone, and you want to go a little bit deeper. Even if you just go 0.015, something so it's a hair different, it'll help you out a lot. So now that I have my object, something else that you'll find helpful is that I can change the color of the extrusions, right? So let's just say I wanted to change the color of the case. So go to Properties, right-click on the extrusion, go to Properties. And we'll make it something like obvious so you can tell that we did something to it. I don't know, not clear, dark red, okay? Say, okay, so we have dark red case. If I just wanted to change a face or a face at a time, I can click on the face and go to Properties and just change each piece. So like, I don't know, make this beige, I guess, doesn't matter. But you'll be able to tell, so that's that. If I want to change this, again, I would choose the entire extrusion, go to Properties, go to, I don't know, make it cyan, whatever that is. I guess a blue of some kind, right? So then you do the same thing with the camera. So point being that you can go through and change each piece by piece or face by face. The better move is to change the entire object when you can. It'll show up better. It'll work better with other pieces. But if you've got a unique situation where you need to change one specific plane, you can do that. All right, so if you're good with that, you should be all set. If you have any questions, come up and ask. But otherwise, good luck and go to work.